Good morning. My name is Ra, and thank you for clicking on my channel. If you haven't clicked on this before and this is your first time, thank you. I pick a card from each one of these decks and just read them out to you. There's a message here for you. If there isn't, that's okay. If there is, wonderful. It's something that you were meant to hear. These are messages for if you reside with the term Lightworker, Starseed, Empath. And if you don't, it's okay. There's a message here for you. I'm going to start with the Lightworkers here, Oracle card by Rebecca Campbell. And let's just see what message she has here for my viewers. I have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this, I will read it once I get to it, but it's pretty self-explanatory here with the release card, releasing soul patterns, contracts, past lives. So this could be your ties to people, the ties to old beliefs, to the way you used to operate, the way you think. These are some people in your life. And if you saw the yesterday's card, there's also release as well. So we're going to go to this one and kind of tie them together. Conscious Spirit by Kim Dreyer. Let's see what messages we have here for the collective, messages for the collective. And I'm going with this one. Number 40, at day's end, rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect with spirit. Number 40, so it comes to 4. 4 is all about grounding, stability, home. It is a rest before the 5. 5 is the movement that happens, the change, right? So this is asking for some rest at this time, and this is asking you to release what's burdening you at this time, right? So there's a releasing happening and a time to rest. Let's see with this, with Lightworkers, Elena Fairchild. I'd like to see what message she has for us, and then we're just going to tie them together. And I have First Ray of Power, number 1. Hope you can see that. Such a beautiful card. I'm sorry if there's a glare. So we're going to get to this one as well. So starting with, Unbound. So what is it that you're needing to release? What contracts are you done with, right? So we have contracts with people that come into our lives, and sometimes, you know, these contracts need to be released. If they're not healed in this life, I believe that during our sleep, during that time is when things kind of work themselves out as well. So it's saying it's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They're coming to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you're ready to release, ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expired date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the time in life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and then they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. So there is an activation with this card, and it says, I release all old soul stories, vows, and contracts and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same way. May I be unbound, unbound, forever unbound. I love that. I'm sure that you can resonate with that, right? Because how can you move forward with the same old story? Like I say with the Fool card too in the tarot, you know, When the Fool is moving forward in his backpack, he can't bring in his little knapsack his past with him. It's far too much on this new journey. The old story is done. And all we can bring in that knapsack, right, as the Fool starting on a journey, would be the wisdom, right? So you want to bring the wisdom of the old story, and you're no longer the person you've been. They're just experiences, and experiences here for you to ascend and grow to the next phase of your life, right? So with this card right here with the rest, it says this is a reminder that rest is as necessary as a part of life as work is. So yes, a lot of people right now too may be wanting to get back to work because of COVID-19 and so forth. But this is a great time. All doors will open in a different way, right? Everything will open, and right now things are open where you are. Right now maybe you're learning a little bit about activation, starseeds, lightworkers, or creativity, making music, making art. So during this time of rest, there is so much that you're releasing, right, from your past, and that you're experiencing during a rest period, right? So it says whether you take an hour off during the day to recharge your batteries, or a day or week off work, you need to do this. By running on empty, you're unable to put 100% effort into your work and life. Eventually, your body will manifest symptoms of dis-ease to force you to take a break. Do not let it get to this stage. Recognize and respect your body's signs of overwork and fatigue. Time off in nature is extremely beneficial to recharge and re-energize your body and mind. Create a tranquil sitting area under a tree in your garden and spend a peaceful hour sitting grounded to Mother Earth each evening, instead of sitting in front of the TV or computer, where you take a break from work or situations. You're able to view them from a different perspective. It is only when you step away from your life that you can truly see your accomplishments. It is so true, right? And I'm sure, I live in an apartment, but I get to go outside, and there is a tree. I love hugging this one tree, and I put my feet in the grass. So, it's available to me. And if you're in a place right now where you don't have that, just meditate. Maybe you want to put it, just sit and meditate and find a way to ground yourself and to just breathe and rest. And within that silence, you will see a whole new you emerging. And this story will just be, it's just a story of the past, right? It doesn't have a hold on you anymore. You've learned, you've gained wisdom, like the hermit. It's like the hermit card, right? The hermit card here, and the kind of a cutting out ties with archangels, Michael, to cut that tie. So let's go to number 1. See ya. Enough rambling for me, because I can go on forever. So that way I'm just going to go directly from the book at this time, is what I've been guided to do. A little sip of coffee to keep me going. The first ray of power is energy of conscious destruction. It can be used in a healthy way to eliminate the past. Wow. This is why I do this. I love this. I'm telling you, I do this for me. I decided to do it for whoever else that wants to jump on board. Okay, I get so excited. Okay, it can be used in a healthy way to eliminate the past and to allow for a fresh start. The first ray also carries the frequency of leadership. It can assist you to stand in truth of your light so others can find their way by it. It helps to strengthen your willpower so you can accomplish any task you choose. The Ascended Master, El Maria, brings you his particular blessing and encourages you to believe in your own strength and take the initiative on what matters most to you. I'm sorry, again, there's a glare. Until I get better equipment. Here you go. All right, let me put this back. Grab a cup of coffee or your tea, and here we go. If you're confused about which path to take, Start over. If you're confused about which path to take or whether to continue a certain relationship, course of action, or lifestyle choice, the first ray of power will clarify matters for you. When it moves through our lives, whatever is holding us back will be removed. Wow, Unbound. This is insane. I love this. Either through circumstances seemingly beyond our own control, okay, or by our own actions based on a sudden inner knowing. Wow, this is crazy, right, Rust? That's gonna come. When the first ray of power is indicated, a long-term plan that was once important to you may suddenly seem as though it needs to change or even be released altogether. Or you may suddenly get the motivation to go for something you have been dreaming of for a long time. Once this ray affects your life, your understanding of what is helpful and what is not can change overnight. The changes will feel very true, freeing, and helpful. Those people, dreams, and opportunities that remain in your life afterwards have survived the onslaught of divine will. This means that the universe is confirming that they're meant to be part of your journey at this time. Are you kidding me? Unbound, Rest. I love this. I love doing this, and I hope you do too. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep going. Okay, the first ray of power also relates to matters of leadership and politics. Be open as to how your spiritual journey might be helpful in the world of politics. Excuse me for a minute. Okay. Whether that be through aligning yourself with a cause that resonates deeply to your heart, or through bringing a more open and discerning viewpoint in the often deceptive world of politics. Speaking your truth will be very helpful at this time, not only for you, but also for those around you who are willing to hear your voice and make their own choices from a clear place within. Don't be afraid to be heard. If your life purpose involves either driving a meaningful political cause forward or assuming a position of leadership in some other way, you'll find the truth of this and be given encouragement from the ascended master El Moria to trust yourself as a leader with heart and awareness. Finally, when this ray makes its way into your life, it is time to accept the loving gauntlet being thrown down by the universe and take your hands off the controls of your life. Detach and be curious. The universe will show you exactly what you need and remove what you do not. If something or someone is no longer a part of your life, it will be so that a more beautiful, truthful, and satisfying version of what you are surrendering can come into your world. Remember, the universe loves you and wants only the best and most beautiful life experience for you. Trust in it enough to let that happen now. This is incredible. Truly love it. I love this every day. So I'm going to read the invocation. So just take a moment, take a breath, and as always, and this Koshi bell is air element. Take a breath. I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the first ray of power in my life. Through unconditional love and divine mercy, I surrender my life into the loving hands of the universe to align me with higher will and the most beautiful expression of my life journey. I call upon the loving assistance of the genuine Ascended Master El Moria in all aspects of this process and ask that the first ray of power be expressed in ways that serve the greatest good on this planet, that all beings may walk their true divine path through divine grace. So be it. Absolutely incredible. If you have not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and like I said, I'm doing these 3 until the end of the month, and I'll see if I want to continue these 3 into next month, or if I want to bring out other cards. I have so many decks that I'd just love to share with you guys, and in between, I'll do other things as well that are of readings and so forth. And if you're interested in a reading, look at the link below, and have a gorgeous day. Get rid of what no longer serves you. Take a time out. Trust in the universe. Namaste.